All right, Robert Farrington with The College Investor. Thank you so much for chatting.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. Can you start off by sharing what you do? What is thecollegeinvestor.com?
Yeah, we are all about helping people get out of student loan debt and start building wealth for their future. We help people figure out the best ways to pay for college and then how to make smart decisions after college so that they can, be financially happy.
So, Robert, do you do that with, do you have products, services, do you education? What are the actual things that maybe you sell or what you offer specifically?
Definitely. So we have a lot of amazing free content on our site all about student loan debt and how to start investing. And we also have a coaching program where we literally hold people's hands through the process of how to get out of student loan debt. We call it our Student Loan Freedom Program because we will show people how to get student loan freedom over time and walk them through the whole entire process.
Wow. And so how long have you been doing this?
We started the College Investor in 2009.
Wow.
So what is that? Almost 7 years now?
Yeah, right. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And so now, in terms of exposure and attracting people to the College Investor, how have you done this in the past?
Honestly, really just social media. Like I really haven't spent a lot of time doing a ton of promotion, Facebook, Twitter, but really just push out my content, cross my fingers and go from there, right?
Yeah, for sure. And you've worked with the media in the past. If someone goes to your website right now, they're going to see a row of banners, a row of logos of media outlets that you've worked with in the past. How did you do that?
Sure. And so, I have followed Haro, help a reporter out. And, I do respond to them from time to time, really not regularly. And then a lot of times they would contact me because if you did search for any of those topics in my space, my content really does, rank pretty high. And so I think it was like really luck of the draw, frankly. And then, I would just be very responsive and helping them out.
I think one thing that might be helpful too is I think that you've branded yourself well. Would you agree with that?
I try to, and that's been iteration. So I would say in the last year, I have branded myself well. But this has been like 6-7 years of learning and iterating and kind of figuring out who I am, what my audience wants. But yeah, I think we've kind of nailed it down in terms of helping people get out of student loan debt and start building wealth for the future.
And I think what I mean specifically by branding yourself well, and when I do a lot of PR coaching, I teach business owners that it's actually okay to be niched, or at least typecast, right? And so, for example, I do a lot of work with Chicago media, and for whatever reason, the Chicago Tribune always seems to reach out to me when they have a story about coupons. And even though I teach a lot more than coupons, I'm totally fine with being the coupon guy for the Chicago Tribune. And so I think that what you teach is fairly specific in the world of personal finance.
I agree. So yeah, I am niched into helping people get out of student loan debt. And I'm fine with that too. Like, I think that is a good stepping stone to building wealth for a whole bunch of things. And I'll happily talk about, any kind of personal finance subject and building wealth and investing. But yeah, I mean, student loan debts, when I help people, I say, hey, like, how can I help you with your personal finances? And they're like, well, I really want to start investing. I really want to save for a house. And then there's this but I have student loan debt. And so that's really what got me into this space. And
Nice.
I am totally fine to help out in that subject because, I love to help with the other things, but I want to get them over that first roadblock of student loan debt.
Absolutely. So now you really recently, within like the past 2 weeks, just started working with upendPR, and we started helping out. We've had some conversations, and we got kind of a different layer or a different level of Haro and media monitoring all set up for you. And I understand you've had some pretty quick success with that.
No, for sure. I've had a ton of success. So I think it's about 2 weeks now. And I think you guys kicked me in the butt and said, hey, you need to get going on some of these things. And you guys set me up really well with Haro. But I think in the last, week and a half, 2 weeks, I've had 8 different media mentions, 5 in the first week, from everything from big blogs to regular mainstream media. So I was mentioned in The Street twice. I was on the Penny Hoarder, Go Banking Rates, the H&R Block, corporate blog. So a bunch of different places that we were able to get some awesome media mentions in.
That's amazing. I mean, that's, if you think about like what you would have to pay a PR agency to help you get that placement, I don't know if you've ever priced that out, but that many media mentions, I mean, you're absolutely looking $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 for that amount of exposure. That's really incredible in the world of public relations.
Cool.
Yeah, right. Because I don't think you pay. I know that you didn't pay that. You could see
that.
And you just
So,
what level membership do you have with upendPR?
I have the VIP, the top one.
Oh, okay, good. So
there you go.
Good, getting your money's worth.
I am getting my money's worth. So.
Excellent. So. Now, what is the value? A lot of times people may say, well, yeah, but what do I get out of it when the street sends a link to, includes a link, includes a quote from you? Like, what's in it for Robert Farrington and thecollegeinvestor.com?
Yeah, so I think, like I said, number one is about getting traffic to the site. That's great. Getting people into my website, getting them to know me and what I offer is huge. Number two, though, is, some publications don't even link to us. So the street doesn't, that's probably the biggest mention I had, but there was no link. But at the same time, other people in the finance space read that, every single day. And so it just builds my brand further. And a great example is one of my partners that I work with a lot in the space emailed me and said, hey, I saw you in the street. And, that's awesome. Great mention. Is there anything that we can do to work together more, or if anything you need from us? So, we've worked together in the past. And all it did was just further cement our relationship. And it said, hey, that's great. Maybe Robert Farrington is a guy that we like to work with still, like he's getting out there, he's being mentioned. So I think it just continues to build the brand and reinforce that I know what I'm talking about.
So Robert, what is, obviously this media placement is going to really increase your authority. And why is authority important for someone who is in the personal finance space?
Yeah, I mean, first off, it's just, when you're dealing with the public, when you're dealing with anyone, they want to know who you are as a figure. And, it just builds your brand. So when you're dealing with consumers or even B2B, like people, you need to have that authority to give you credibility to conduct transactions. It's as simple as that. If you want to earn revenue, you need to have more authority. More authority equals more revenue. But I think in the long game, too, is that the more authority you have over time, it allows you to springboard and do different things. It allows you to launch new products in your space. It allows you to, as things change, like you can be there and you'll be known as that authority in your space and in your niche. And, it's just what you have to do business today. I mean, you can call it authority. I like to call it, credibility or trustworthiness. There's just a lot of variations on that theme, but people want to know that, like, I know what I'm talking about with student loan debt if they want to work with me. And hopefully, seeing these placements, maybe they read about me, they saw this somewhere, they know I'm in different periodic or, publications. Hopefully it builds that for them.
Man, that's terrific. So Robert Farrington of thecollegeinvestor.com, 8 media placements in his first 2 weeks of working with us at upendPR. You're off to a great start. I can't wait to see what happens next. They're going to give you your own show on Fox Business or whatever. I mean, that's the logical next step for you, I think. Awesome. Robert, great chatting with you. Thank you so much.